All right, toilet talk. You know, this room's got the perfect reverb for doing a voiceover, so I think I might rent it out. This is 369.4. I'm doing a little wider grip. I'm going to switch back to my other grip because I felt the tendonitis coming on in my left forearm. And then I won't be able to bench at all once that shows up. And that grip placement doesn't really, I don't think it makes me any stronger. I think I have to really go far out. My brother makes fun of me. He says I do a flat back bench. Well, I don't fucking bend, and I don't bend. I'm not a contortionist. Besides, if you've had a back tweak before, you don't want to move on your back around. You want to keep your back always straight. You gotta think of your spine like it's your forearm. Your forearm's not supposed to bend. That's another reason why you don't want to do leg press, because at the bottom of the press, your spine's in flexion, which is obviously a terrible position. Overextension is really bad too, because I tweak my back probably more times from overextension than flexion. Romanian deadlifts is one you can really easily tweak your back if you lose concentration or if you're going too heavy. You know, I'm down over 20 pounds since my deadlift. Since I peaked almost a few weeks ago. And my squats actually feel better at this weight. I think it's because I can get into a more comfortable position because my gut's not so big. This is 500 pounds. Let's do breathing ASMR. Okay, I'll be your obese boyfriend breathing in your ear. Maybe I'm your girlfriend. Then I'll have a bell, and I'll chime that every time I need you to go bring some food. Because you're a feeder. One of those mean people.
All right, Chad, how you doing? You good? You see this? I guess you didn't notice that, but I'm a second amendment supporter. I got the right to bear arms. Yeah. See that? Hard as a rock. Well, you remember the other day when I was telling you about my cousin, and she said I should take my third cousin. We'll call her Susie. But I just found out she's a fourth cousin, so I don't like her no more. Yeah. We got the same last name, but, you know, we're barely even related. And you know what I say, we keep it in the family. Yep. Hey, Chad, where are you up to?
I'm just waiting to go to work.
Waiting to go to work? Yeah. I don't have a job. That's for squares. I ain't no square. I'm a rock and roller, okay? Ain't nothing gonna tie me down. No 9 to 5. Yep. Yeah, dude. Does the back look pretty big? That barn door back?
I can't really tell when it's black.
Can't really tell. Barn door black. Yep.
So I found something I'm in love with. Okay, so I got sent a message on Instagram from these guys, and they want me to be a brand ambassador. And so all I have to do is just put on these really cool glasses. Okay, and so then I was looking at this picture, and then so this guy's tagged in it. This guy's fucking sweet. Oh fuck yeah, he's like a dudeson. All right, man, he never takes these sunglasses off. Man, those are fucking cool. Let's check out Alice Bonotto. Oh, it's private. Oh, these fucking bitches with their private pages. What are you hiding? Can you believe that? But anyway, actually, I actually hate those glasses and people that wear them. I mean, can you fucking believe these people? Wear those fucking goofy ass glasses. I think they're really fucking cool too. All right, guys, I just finished golfing. Best sport of all time. I better turn this thing off. You'll never fucking hear me. Oh man. Oh yeah. So if you take Trinitine, then because it increase your body temperature by a lot, and you're gonna want to get a air conditioner for your room. Otherwise, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night, soaked in sweat, if you can even fall asleep at all. Trinitine is my favorite one. Trinitine acetate. Holy shit, I'm fucking huge. I'm the biggest guy in the room. Well, I just made pasta again. I don't eat pasta every day, but almost every day. And but tomorrow, I gotta get closer. There we go. Tomorrow is gonna be. I'm gonna make a big ass breakfast, but it's not gonna be for breakfast. It'll be later in the day. And because I got some stuff for that. I might make another pizza later on in the week, but I'm not gonna fuck it up that bad this time. My thing was pitiful. I hate golf. Actually, I don't hate golf. I hate the people who play golf. They're either yuppie bourgeoisie like snobs or dude bros who just use it as an excuse to drink, and drinking's for silly billies. Oh my goodness. I hate your shirt. Holy shit. The first time I ever took creatine, I needed my friends to show me how to draw from the bottle with a needle and syringe. And he's a nurse, and then also how to inject it and what to do. And so he was living at a town, in a smaller town, and I drove there. This is late August 2020, and this is a few weeks before my birthday. So it was an early birthday present to myself. Okay, so I show up, and I just park in front of his house on the road, and then we're talking in his porch, and he's with his parents at the time, and they said, or he said, he's like, oh, so you want to just do it in your car? And I'm like, no, we'll just do it in your room. He's like, well, I don't want my parents to think we're doing something, like gay in there. And so I'm like, no, they won't care. You just go tell them that I have a condition, and you got to show me how to take my medicine. Okay. And then, it was all good. And then I go and I talk to his parents for a bit, and they're nice. And so we go into his room, and he's drawing up the oil. It's taking forever because I only have 25 gauge needles. So we do this is my first time, and I shot 4 cc's and like 2 milliliters in each shoulder. And we got him ready, and I was really nervous because I didn't like up to that point I didn't like getting injections. Still don't, because it's a pain in the ass. Well, it's a pain in the shoulder or the lat or chest, but you know what I mean. So take my shirt off, and he's about to put it in, and he's like, Normally this wouldn't fit a normal person's shoulder, but your shoulders are a bit bigger, and so, but so it shouldn't. It probably won't leak out, and so he's like, he puts it in, and he's administering the shot, and he's like, "That's a big meaty shoulder." Yeah, at least there wasn't any gay shit that day. I think of some gym fails. There's when I used to, so in Canada, the big gym chain is, well, there's a bunch of them, but the biggest one is called Good Life Fitness. Okay, and it's not quite as Planet Fitness, but if you saw the employees, you definitely would think that they're eating pizza pretty often. Because the one in my town, if you go on their Instagram, the one who's always she must be in charge of marketing or something. She's a fucking fat ass, okay, and she always posts like progression or weight loss progress photos. Lady, you got another 100 pounds to go at least, okay. Oh, and you know what's even worse? You think of fat people, okay. You generally they're nice, okay, because most because you have to win someone over. If you're not good looking, you have to win someone over with your personality, okay, and charm, like your kindness. Not her. She's one mean fucking cunt. Excuse me for saying so. I remember my brother was deadlifting on the floor, and there's a stall mat on the floor, probably this thick, because someone was there's one platform, and somebody was LARPing as a weightlifter in the thing, and they were probably just messing around doing snatches with 65 pounds. He was putting the bar down. Okay, he wasn't. He was putting it down. He was making a bang, and she walked over. Fucking brontosaurus. She walked over, and she's like, you need to use mats, because you're gonna break the floor. He didn't say this, but he wanted to say, you're gonna break the frickin' floors by walking over here. Of course, she's got really sexy and appealing tattoos. Makes me want to marry her. So, anyways, when I used to go to the gym, this is over 3 years ago. Okay, because I was only on the creatine for about 2 weeks before I stopped going to the gym, because it became less convenient. And I also had a falling out with the guy that worked there, who used to be my friend. And because I don't like their it's like a typical personal trainer thing. They do a weekend course, and now they have a certification. He knew a little more than that, but I still wouldn't have him do anything. He hasn't made a PR in 2 fucking years. You don't PR your deadlift in 2 fucking years, and you just hit the intermediate stage. Get the fuck out of here. And you're also fucking obese. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, what happened between him and I. There's another guy that was going to hire him for coaching, and so I messaged that guy. I'm like, don't waste your money. And then he heard that, and then that guy showed my former friend that, and then the guy sent me a message. Then we had a back and forth, and then that was it. Another thing is fucking fraud. A bunch of other shysters. Physiotherapy. It's like, oh, you got a knee pain, or you have a hip pain. You just need to roll around this lacrosse ball for a little while. Or you got shoulder pain. You need to grab these 1-pound silver dumbbells and go, eh. No, the reason why you have pain is because your form sucks. Get the fuck out of here. They don't know shit about lifting weights. But anyways, the original story that I was going to tell. Okay, I'll tell that now. So there was this girl. She probably still goes there, and this girl is like, she'd be working out, and she sounds like she's getting off. She'd be doing squats, and she'd be doing these noises you shouldn't hear in the gym. Okay, and so I was like, man, I wish squats made me feel like that. And there's these other she would do this. You know how there's like the double, the double BBC handles for the tricep push down. So she would grab them so that the heads were on top of her hand right here, and she would put the cable between her legs, so it would be lower and it would be between her legs, and then she would do a hip thrust with it, and she would do an even bigger O from that. Okay, man. You gotta see, maybe, if this channel, if I get more popularity, then I'll go in and we'll do a field trip. Then I'll finally get banned for real. They can finally ban me. Maybe we'll go to the cheaper one first. I won't get banned there, but we can still look at the riffraff. That's one of the fun parts about the gym is the people watching. And but it's if you're trying to train seriously, then it can be a little. It's too distracting. Just so when I come up to you and talk to you. No, I like talking to people, but if I got to do something hard and I got to be focused, then that's a bad idea. I remember there was this old guy. I was about to do test my 1 rep max on the bench, and this old dude. I started talking to him. I got totally lost focus, and I'm talking to him for like 20 minutes, and it got cold. I don't think I hit my lift. Old guys like to talk about the glory days. This guy's glory days was doing 405 bench when he was 60, and he brought it down so that it was like 8 inches away from his chest, and that was his feat of strength. That was his Samson moment. So, what you know another thing about the gym is that these people that do own the foam rollers. What a joke. Foam rollers. Or you talk about people talking about their muscles that aren't activating. I probably could have deadlifted way more. I did 801.4 for 2. I probably could have done at least another like 20, 30 pounds if I had woken up my glutes and my spine erectors on the foam roller before I started. I should have done some bird dogs and some dead bugs. I probably could have done 900 fucking pounds. Yeah. The whole mobility thing, the whole mobility craze that's just what it is. It's just a fad. Kettlebells were a fad for a while. Then you had TRX. That thing's just a fucking jungle gym. Yeah. If you're doing a heavy weight, if your glutes aren't firing, if they're misfiring, because your spark plug's dirty, you have old fuel. Okay? So, there's no way if you can do a heavy lift without your glutes firing, being activated. It's fucking absurd. My warm up is 2 sets of 5 with just the bar, and then I'll do like 1 or 2 reps on each of my jumps after that. Up to my working weight. And if it's cold out in the garage, because there's been days when it's -10, okay? You just put on a fucking sweatshirt. Okay, I still wear my fucking stinky ass blue pants. Well, although when I do my working set, I put my coveralls on. Those are my lucky coveralls. That's how I get my Michael Myers strength. It's another good gym fail. I remember back when I was in high school, and we were testing how far we could jump up on these boxes, but we weren't using boxes. We were using these step. It was like a platform, and then you can make the platform higher by stacking on these, because it was a rectangle, and you'd stack these things underneath it, and I had like, 10 of them. And the thing was up. I'm terrible at jumping. My athleticism is terrible. I'm only lifting weights. And so I'm looking at it and like crack my head open. So I jumped up and I just kicked the thing over and almost fell down on my back. That was pretty cool. I remember that was back in my fitness class in gym, and the teacher thought I was an idiot. And he was right. The stuff people invent, these exercise people invent, especially in the Smith machine, are pretty cool. Like the one where they lay down, they're on their back, on the floor, and they do leg press. It's going to hit all those little muscles at the squat that doing some barbell back squats don't hit. Fucking jerk offs. Holy shit. Girls come in with the best ones because they'll use, you wouldn't have everything come up with this stuff. They'll do some sort of like donkey kick. They'll put their foot in a stirrup, or it's in one of those D handles, and then attach that to a pulley, and then do some donkey kicks, and that's going to work their glutes. That's going to work their glutes when they're doing 30 pounds. Time and attention, though, right? This is how I center all of my energy, and I become extremely focused. I notice a Major Tate. Okay. I want to get that focused. I could do some scanner shit to you if I get too focused. I don't want to blow up my 7 viewers. When are girls going to start just wearing bikinis to the gym? Because I think they're a little overdressed now. Okay. I'm always feeling overdressed. I'll wear a Speedo. A thong Speedo, that is. I don't want any weird tan lines. You guys know any tips for building up the lower back? Or send me a DM. Because I don't have a lower pec. This is what my pec looks like. It's just a triangle. It's like a woman's brassiere from 1953. I need to build up the bottom so that it's like this. Yeah, there we go. Hell yeah. How much milk did you drink today? Oh, I switched to 2% because I want to lose a little more weight. I started feeling good. And usually when I feel good, that's when it's time to increase the creatine. I told my brother that. I'm like, oh, yeah, I've been sleeping really good, so I'm going to up the dose. Yeah. I remember this was last year. I was sleeping really good, and I was on 3 grams of, I was taking 3 grams of test. And I'm sleeping like a rock, okay? Which is uncommon for me because, like, ever since I was like 26 or 27. Well, I'm actually 17. If what I meant, I was 13, 14. Yeah, ever since then, my sleep's been shit. Back when I was 19, I could drink a cup of coffee and then fall asleep and sleep all night. Okay. But I don't. That doesn't happen anymore. If I did that, I wouldn't sleep at all. So I can't take pre-workout. I can take a pre-workout at like 11:30 in the morning. If I maybe 200 milligrams and I'd be okay. But one time I took 500 milligrams and I didn't sleep. Well, actually, I remember that's what screwed up my cycle last year. It was in the winter of 2022, and I was taking pre-workout just once a week on Saturday. I would never sleep Saturday night, and not sleeping ruins your health the most. Out of all those other things, out of the things I can think of that you could do on cycle, obviously if you drank alcohol, that would be terrible because then your liver's getting a 1-2 punch. And so, and went back, but later in the fall, I was on another cycle, and I was on 3 grams of test, and I was sleeping like a rock. Okay, and so then I decided I'm going to add in some Tren. It's Tren E, and because Tren E is 200 milligrams per milliliter, Tren Ace is 100 milligrams per milliliter. But Tren Ace is still better because if you can't handle the side effects, it's out of your system really fast. Because it has a 2-day half-life, 2 or 3 day half-life, and Trenbolone and Enthate has like a 10.5 to 12-day half-life, depending on your metabolism. And so I think I just went right to 1 gram of Tren because I'm like, I'm sleeping like a rock, no problem. And you know what? I got extra bottles. I think I can handle 2 grams of Tren because for the first week I was sleeping good, but that's because it didn't hit me yet. And then the next week it was like 2.5 hours a night, and I'm like, oh, this is a bad idea. This last cycle that I did, I went from it was a really steady, like a really quick progression because I wasn't using Trenbolone until the end, and the last week and a half I was doing over 1 gram. I remember like 5 or 6 days. The last 5 or 6 days I was doing 200 milligrams of Trenbolone acetate every day, and I was sleeping good, but I figured out how many things I have to take to improve my sleep. So I would take Benadryl, which is an antihistamine. And then I would also take a lot of melatonin. I take glycine, zinc, vitamin C, NAC, and I would take slow release melatonin. I'd take a lot of that, like 40, 50 milligrams, and before I go to bed. And then also quick release, I would take 10 to 20 milligrams of that. And every time I woke up in the night, if I had to take a leak, I would take more. And usually I wake up groggy because my melatonin was so high. And so then I take a leak, and then I take another 10 milligrams of quick release or instant release melatonin. And the Benadryl, I thought that because histamine, that system in your brain, it might make you a little drowsy, but it doesn't, which would affect your strength, but it didn't. It did nothing to me. Some people, it can make some people more energetic, like old people and kids. 28 minutes, no filler in this, and we're getting no cuts. No cuts. I'm pretty sure this makes my nose look even bigger, which is a plus because that's a status symbol. Look at that. Look at that. That's like I get clothesline people with my nose. I'm like a fucking pelican.